boy, Bob TV. All right, so the news cycles are going down right now, trying to call people like me bots for calling Kamala out on her blackness. Now, the question of the day is: should we be challenging Kamala Harris' blackness? I'm on a bus headed to the airport, so I hate driving in New York. Should we question Kamala Harris on her blackness? Well, there's a lot of other things we can talk about Kamala Harris on. Her record is horrible. But when she pulled that black card, I'm going to challenge her on her blackness. Okay? Look, guys, I challenge Brian Gumbel on his blackness. It's not necessarily the blackness, but acting like you're good. Act like you've been hanging with a bunch of black people all your life. I got more white friends that got more blackness in them than Kamala Harris. Okay, so let's just get this straight that you can focus on all her issues, her policy as district attorney, as a prosecutor, which Joe Biden was about to go there, but he stopped in his tracks because he enabled her to be a hard prosecutor. You can go at her on her DA record, you can go at her on Willie Brown, you can go at her on her policies as Attorney General. There's so much to go on. Attack her on. She's horrible. But the news cycle today is they're calling people bots for challenging her on the blackness. They're trying to say that it's birtherism. Nobody has challenged her on the fact that she's an American. See, that was the birtherism on Barack Obama, whether he was American or not. It wasn't his color. It's two totally different things. We know Kamala Harris is an American. But for her to pull out the black card as if she grew up in a black neighborhood and she lived around a bunch of black people, the only blackness guys, I don't care about her color, to tell you the truth. She's half East Indian, and I would rather her embrace that part of her culture than the probably 10% black that she has. Her father is like Barack Obama, half Scott Irish, and maybe half black. Who knows? She never talks about her father. She talks about everybody but her daddy. At least Barack Obama talked about his father. Wrote a book about it. Audio book. I think he got an Oscar for it. A Grammy for it. But Kamala Harris never talks about her father because she don't identify with her father. Her mom was a strong, smart, powerful East Indian woman. Her dad is a strong Jamaican professor of economics. But don't sit there and start saying I wanna talk about blackness since I'm only the black candidate up here. Girl, you umpteen percent black. Get out of here with this. So if you wanna call me a bot, I'm a bot. My name is Rose Bot Brown. Bob T. So I would challenge her on that. To me, I think she should embrace who she's predominantly is. Embrace your East Indian heritage and talk about things that you and your mother did for that culture as well as black culture. As far as black culture, you didn't do too much for black culture, but lock them up, put them in jail, throw their parents in jail because the kids skipping school, not understanding the gang environment was more stronger than the parental environment. So come on, let's be for real with this stuff. So I'm just rambling. The news of the day is they're calling people like me bots because I challenge her on her blackness. Like I say, I'll challenge Brian Gumbel on his blackness. I will challenge, Bob from Martin Lawrence. I'll challenge him on your blackness when you pull the black card. I'm getting sick and tired. Let me change that word. Words are powerful. I'm getting healed and full of energy of Cory Booker pulling out his black neighborhood card. Always pulling that out, like all black neighborhoods are bad. There's a lot of black neighborhoods, nice neighborhoods right there. And I'm tired of Kamala Harris always pulling that black card when she knows she's predominantly East Indian. When I say East Indian, I'm talking about India. She probably got more Punjabi in her than anything. which is nothing wrong with that. Embrace that side. Let's talk about that side. How come you're not talking about that? Talk about that part of your heritage. No, you're trying to pander in to get the black vote by invoking blackness, blackness, blackness. So MSNBC, ABC, CBS, Fox, whoever you are, trying to run your mouth on us for calling her out on a black card, you need to just be quiet because she the one's pulling that card. And nobody's attacking her on that until she pull it. She made almost $2 million on the t-shirt sale exploiting her so-called blackness. And you don't want me to challenge her on her blackness? She's selling t-shirts left and right on that child was me. And let's don't go into that part of integration in Berkeley and how it's not Mississippi. Her integration experience was not integration Mississippi. Her integration experience was Berkeley, where her bus pretty much had blacks, Asians, Samoans, you name it, all going through buses. So I'm done with that, man. Like I said, we can. It's good to focus on her policies because she got a lot to really, really focus on and hit her on the head on. And these people running for office, you got to hit her on the head with that, no matter what. Come after her because she's gonna come after you. She's a very skilled prosecutor, which means she know how to talk that talk. She know how to call you out and shame you and make you look guilty because that's what prosecutors do. And you got a skilled prosecutor on that debate stage, and you got to come just as hard as she's coming. Now, I will not talk about her heritage. Kamala Harris is a woman of color. She's very highly educated. She's smart. I mean, extremely smart. Accomplished a lot. Of course, she did some shortcuts. I mean, some literal shortcuts to get there. But she's there. And her smart on crime ideology is really tough and smart. Okay, so you got to be careful with her because she is in this to win it, and she's very skilled. And you'll see her. She's going to come out to Bernie next. She's going to come out to Joe. She's going to come out. She's not going to really touch the women up there because they don't pose a threat to her. But she will come out to Bernie. She will come out to Joe Biden. And when it comes to that crime bill, she can't say anything. Joe can't say anything. Bernie can't say anything because all three of them are complicit because Joe wrote it, Bernie signed off for it, and Kamala executed. So they're going to stay away from that. So get them on the issues of policies while in office. The truancy laws was just horrible. You know, the letting the rich wealthy slide by and letting poor needy people lose their homes, the only investment they got, not giving them a shot. Allowing Steve Mnuchin to do whatever he needed to do and taking donations from Steve Mnuchin and a whole bunch of stuff. There's so much we can hit her on the head on. But make no mistake, it ain't a bait. If she pull that black card, you call her out on a black card. Just don't stay on it. Now, I don't care what nobody say, MSNBC, anything like that. Anytime you gonna start pulling the black card, I'm calling you out. I don't care who you are, Cory Booker, Kamala Harris. I don't care who it is. Jesse Jackson, it don't matter. I might call myself out on my own blackness. So, anyway, guys, that's all I got to say. I'm on this express bus. It's supposed to be going express, and it's going mighty slow. And I got to get to where I need to get to. Yeah, guys, I appreciate you. I love you. Always remember this, that I love you. Ain't nothing you can do about it. And it's hard for me to see who's up here. I apologize. I will respond. I'm on my phone. I'm not on my computer, so I can't see the chats. But yeah. Well, her record is long. So go call, challenge when people come to you about Kamala Harris. Talk about the horrible things she did. But when she start pulling that black card, you have a right to challenge. Don't let nobody tell you you can and you should. She's gonna use it. She's gonna use it to her advantage. I'm gonna use it to cut her down. Only when she uses it. If she's not using it, I'm not gonna say nothing. So you're not gonna get me, for Kamala questioning Kamala Harris heritage. I'm gonna tell the truth about her heritage, and I wish she'd tell the truth about her heritage, but she won't. She's gonna always lean on that black part of her heritage, which is about 10%. She will not lean on her true majority of her heritage, which is a proud East Indian heritage. Okay, all right. So that's me. I got a little Seminole in me, but you don't hear me always talk about my Seminole heritage. Majority of me is black. My grandmother fell in love with a black man, and she was half black, half Seminole. I mean, full black Seminole. I lean on my black side because my mom was from that was half black, half Seminole. So 75% of me is black. I consider black. you know, but that's just how it is. I mean, the black race got so integrated, with white supremacy and raping and doing whatever they can to the black race. So, and being multicultural is not evil. Being mixed race is beautiful. Um, can't help it. Some of it is intentional, some of it is not intentional. Uh, but you're a human being. It doesn't matter who you are. And me personally, I love you no matter whether you're all black or mixed or if you're Asian. I'm a humanist first. I'm black second. And I to coexist and to get along with each other. But because people think they're better than other people, that's when domination, oppression, and all that kind of stuff, colonizing and all that kind of stuff come into play. But I love you no matter who you are. Again, I live in a predominantly black community. My community is kind of mixed. But I grew up in a black community. I mean, real hood. So, of course, I want to see my community go up. So I'm going to always talk about my community on this show, but I'll talk about other communities. And some people don't like it, but I don't give a crap, man. I'm not. Look, when I leave this earth, you are not my maker or my creator, and you do not judge me. So you can go somewhere with that. If you don't like when I talk about other people, that's your problem. Don't watch the show. Don't watch the channel. But I live on this earth with other people. I have to coexist with other people. Much as I love Chuck D and the album Fear of the Black Planet, this is not a black planet as much as I can. And all I say is if you're going to pull the race card, rep your real true people. Okay? And Kamala Harris' real true people are East Indian. Okay? Scott Irish, a little bit of black. So, no doubt she's a woman of color. You can't take that away from her. And she's a smart woman of color. But you have every right to challenge her when she pull that black card, okay? Because she ain't got no black card to pull. But stay on the issues of her record. Stay on the issue of her record. Only time she pull that one, just hit her back. When she pull out that black card to pander, to get black folks, you call her out on that. Don't you dare not call her out on that. People gonna tell you don't touch that. No, if she gonna use that for her advantage, to her advantage, dependent to black race, then you call them out. Just like I called out Beto O'Rourke, Cory Booker for speaking Spanish, trying to get some Spanish votes. Get out of here. You know you don't speak Spanish. Anyway, let me stop. I mean, majority of the Spanish-speaking public in the United States know English. So why are you trying to, hand it to people, man? And plus, on TV, when you're watching debates, people who speak Spanish, they know how to hit controls where they can get the subtitles, okay? But you got so many people trying to pander to different demographics instead of just telling it like it is. Anyway, let me get off this thing. Guys, I love you. I'll holler at you later. Peace. And stay on her record. But again, if she pull out that card, you take it away from her. Peace.